Hello and welcome to this video, and we have a game against D-Trump 1630. Okay, let's go for D4 today. And C4. And okay, E5. What is this? So if just D takes E5, okay, I've seen this before. So DE, and then we're gonna have D4 here. Yeah, okay. So this is Gambit line by black. If E3 DE we get to take twice. This is kind of interesting. Let's try this. I'm not sure about this. Okay, so we have a check on a bishop b4. Can take this, I believe. Not take this. Sorry, let's just think. That's just bishop d2, I think. But yeah, this is cool now because if we take this, we get this check first of all. Yeah, this is annoying. Let's think about this. We can't really do anything other than FE. So, yeah, missed that tactic. We are for a moment a pawn up, I think. Alright, so bishop g4. Okay, so let's just have a look at this. So if bishop takes, we have knight takes. I think what we want to do is just, I guess a3, bishop takes, knight b takes. Yeah, this could work. So if we play queen takes, then after bishop takes f3, we get knight takes e5. But if we take knight takes, then in theory we are holding on to this material. Okay, we're not, of course, because the knight's pinned. Silly me, although we do have knight a4 check, comes back to knight c6. So what happens if knight a4 check, knight c6, and knight e5 then? What's happening? This knight is pinned, then we're going to get bishop d7 again. I think I'm just going to play bishop e2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so white has pretty bad pawns here, but I think nothing too terrible going on here. Probably get a trade on d1. Okay, so okay, that's interesting. So we can try. Yeah, so let's see. What happens if we castle here and then we take on, if we castle and take on, yeah, okay. So can we play now? This is a little bit artificial, but can we play rook d3 and then kick the knight? I think we can do that. It's not great, but then something like king f2 and then bring the other rook out. I mean, I think we are ahead in development here, so let's kick the knight. Where's that knight got to go to? Got to go back to h6 right now. So then we could theoretically play g4 with tempo. I don't know if g4 is a move that we want to play, but we could definitely think about it. g4, what do we do if we're black? g4, maybe knight e4? Yeah, I mean, or just get castled. I think just get castled here. Let's just think about this. Get castled, and knight e4. King on g1. Rook on f1. Here. I think this isn't too bad. Okay, let's do that. And then we can maybe get on the d4. Okay, so he just jumped straight in. So if rook d1 and knight g3, I think we're going to do this because I think the rook gets to d7. This is a little tricky. Okay, so let's just have a look at this now. Rook d7. Yeah, I think this is okay. I mean, we've got good activity here. So he jumped straight in. So the question is, what do we do with this? Is this knight really doing that much? I mean, if we play this, I mean, we could just play king f2. you know, and just maybe we do that here. So we're threatening the c7 pawn. That's the start. And we've got some knight e5 stuff. Okay. So what is this doing? Is this doing much? I mean, I'm not sure it really is. I feel like knight e5 first. Listen, if we get f6, that's kind of good because it's softening up the 7th. Then what do? Do we come back to g4? g4 might be good because it would protect the e pawn in case of rook e8. So, okay, so just trading here. And then after knight g3 check, I'm okay. I think just king f3. Okay. Ah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. So, but alright. But rook c7. What am I missing here? Rook c7 and the knight is hit. Okay, but this knight is just on prise now, right? So, okay, and black resigned. Okay. Alright, so just a quick recap. I mean, thinking about the game, I think I played this bishop d2 a little bit quickly because there are some tactics going on when the pawn is attacking. So let's say around here. If we just go to this position here. I think this move here is a little bit inaccurate because we're not really thinking about the tactics. We're just thinking about, okay, if takes, then we get queen d8 and it's all easy. We're not thinking about this bishop b4 check. So when you're material up like this and you've won a pawn, the opposing side is always going to be trying to generate counterplay to justify the sacrifice of a pawn. So you kind of want to be extra vigilant, I guess, because those tactics should be expected. Because if there aren't tactical possibilities, then the opposing side's just going to be a pawn down. And this is as soon as I saw this, I knew this was a sort of known gambit, so I should be expecting some kind of tactics. So rather than just playing e3 quickly, maybe just take a moment and think about the more obvious checks and what happens. Because I think after e3, black's getting, can see the evaluation changing. Black's getting, pretty decent compensation. With all that said, I think white always had enough central control and activity. I mean, we had our pieces out much. If we just scroll through to around here, I mean, my pawns are a mess, but that said, I've only got to castle and then I'm doing fine. So I think my activity is always going to compensate me for my busted pawn structure, but maybe just a little bit more care in the opening here. So I think that's a critical moment, is when I'm the pawn up, is just to have a quick look at the tactics, just see if there are any obvious checks. Okay, thanks for watching.